Welcome back to my critical let's play of Max Payne 3. We're out of the favelas now. Marcelo's dead, Fabiana's dead, but we still have Giovanna and Max have escaped the favela back into a part of the city that still has, public transport and other resources. We just spent the night sleeping in a ditch. That cop seems to have seen us, and we're just trying to survive, really. Giovanna just called Passos. So as I said at the end of the last video, this level really continues the game's pretty terrible treatment of women. Giovanna just kind of runs around hysterically, not really contributing a whole lot except at a few moments where the game tries to make her seem strong and independent, all the while Max needs to, be the strong, protective father type. At least he projects that onto himself anyway, even as he fails miserably to do that at every stage of the game.
In here.
So we're hoping we can just hide here and wait for Passos to come. We haven't seen Passos since, in the present day, since Rodrigo Bronco got killed. He left on a helicopter with Victor Bronco, and we just haven't seen him since. So we just found out Giovanna's pregnant with Passos' kid. So there's a weird moment here where on one hand, she's trying to seem independent and strong in the game by like Max being, oh, don't be afraid, we'll get there. And she's like, dude, I just have morning sickness, deal with it. But at the same time, it just gives Max, more of a reason to be the strong macho type while having to protect this poor weak woman. So the game tries to have it both ways. It's like, look, she's actually strong, but anyway, she's also going to run around hysterically, and we've just given Max more reasons to protect this poor helpless lady. And I don't think it can be overstated how poorly this game treats women, as much as I absolutely love this game, and
I don't think these guys are here for
as good as it is at that kind of dumb action film kind of setting, it does treat women appallingly, and that is worth talking about over and over. So these people know we're here, clearly. The right-wing paramilitaries. Not quite sure why. Interesting on this part, so I've only got a pistol and I have no slow-mo ability until I kill some of them. And fortunately, they don't give you any people with helmets in this early part. Oh my god, hit him. So we're done fighting gangs now in the game. Essentially, it's just paramilitaries from here on out. I guess that's, because the paramilitaries don't really have anyone held captive anymore. And the story's kind of moved beyond that to figuring out what the deal is with the kind of people selling and Victor Bronco and, what's going on there.
Are you out of your mind?
One thing I really like about this level is what Max looked like. So he's lost the t-shirt, the button-up tourist gross shirt. And you can see a lot of his flesh, and you can see a lot of the injuries on him. Like, you can still see the scar on his arm where the sniper shot him. There's still a, oh dear. There's still a kind of clogged up wound on his forehead where he got pistol whipped during the favela levels. He's all dirty and grimy, bleeding from, the bullets from this conflict. He just looks like he's been through hell. And he has been by this point of the game, like, he's been through a lot of crap. I should probably take a shotgun, even though I'm not going to use it.
Yeah.
Here, quick, climb under here and open the gate from the other side, quick! sure you stay out of sight.
So yeah, as I think I said, we're not really given a reason why the paramilitary is attacking us here. I guess we're meant to assume they just really hate Max. You know, they just want him dead. It's a really challenging part. There's not a whole lot of... Oh, wrong person. There's not a whole lot of cover. There's a lot of dudes. You don't have many weapons yet. They're throwing grenades at you, which never goes well. Oof. Fortunately, the game gives you a lot of painkillers on this level. It seems to know that the difficulty kind of spikes here quite significantly.
Short of riding in on a parade float, we couldn't have made our arrival more obvious. We had to hide someplace out of the open.
So we still have this sense that we've kind of, you know, failed miserably to do anything elegantly. You know, we were trying to hide and we couldn't even hide properly. And all of a sudden, you know, everybody knows where we are.
It felt strange dealing with any of this without...
So here's an interesting glitch. There's the clues around the place. So I've had to restart this level because I had some issues recording. So I click on this clue. Max is meant to be talking now. You know, there was a whole massacre, but only he makes the front page. But if you redo a level after previously having done it, and you click on a clue, Max just looks at it again for the same length of time, but the dialogue doesn't happen. And it's this really weird glitch. It must be a glitch. Like, they just haven't bothered to fix it. And it's the reason I deleted my save file before starting this critical let's play, so I could click on the clues and actually get the dialogue for them, because otherwise it would just be these weird long moments.
I had to get...
So that one kind of points to the fact that Max has pretty much been framed for the murder of Rodrigo Bronco. Which isn't something Max ever really tells us. It's just like, oh, by the way, that also happened. It's just not really part of a story Max is telling us. But it's interesting to think like Max is telling a very particular part of a story, and you find these other things around the place, and it's like, oh yeah, that's a point as well.
What would Giovanna and Marcello thinking going in there by themselves? Guess their plan was no more idiotic than mine, and I couldn't really fault them for losing faith in the Broncos security detail.
Let me just check this. I need to get out of the open.
A barely recovering alcoholic and an unarmed pregnant woman.
I also like that he's covered in sweat and, you know, clearly not fit.
5 minutes.
He just looks like just a tired old man, and it's really nice. It's not like some young gung-ho dude.
All right.
This is like Die Hard 3 Bruce Willis with a beard.
Giovanna was a brave girl. She wasn't...
So Giovanna has these moments where she's like, hey, I can help us get in here. Every now and then, and Max is like, somewhat patronizingly, oh yeah, she's brave.
Close and keep quiet.
But it's nice that she actually does pull her weight a little bit, even if the game is generally terrible at it. So we don't even get inside before more people find us. Like, we're just useless at this hiding thing.
Oh, no, get down!
It's really nice when you can manage to get all of them in a cinematic scene before you touch the ground. Makes you feel like a badass.
No way down.
Hold on. Can you get through to that next room?
Yes, I think so.
Well, that may be our best bet. Go on, I'll meet you there.
I also like the kind of really mundane objectives that they set themselves in this level and this game, I guess, like get to the next room rather. You know, there's no real plan or goal or end state for this level other than to survive. So, you know, you can have a whole cutscene about, alright, we got separated now, what do we do? Because I did the jump down thing, I lost all my weapons again. But fortunately, I'd killed enough dudes to get them back. So there's this recurring joke about pressing buttons in this game.
I was getting good at this.
Like at the start, Pastos is like, press a button, and you're like, what am I, the button pusher? And now when you press a button, Max is like, yeah, I got this. I'm getting good at this skill. I guess it's the one skill he has of the game that isn't murdering people.
Max! I can't see a way down here either!
There has to be something.
Oh my god! Max, look out!
So this level isn't as interesting to look at as for favelas, through no fault of its own. Like the favelas are so colourful and so vibrant, and there's so much going on. But you know, a concrete bus depot just isn't going to match it. Like it's still a very nice looking bus depot. Those grenades make things a lot more challenging. Like, you know, I like the sunbeams and the shadows and everything, but you know, at the end of the day, it's just a concrete building. One thing I could have done there, I could have shot the flashing lights under the bus and made the bus come crashing down, splat anyone if they happen to be standing under it. Fortunately, all these people have terrible action movie accuracy. Shit. I think I like ran out of bullets right into that cinematic part.
Are you okay?
I think so. There must be a way to drop those stairs down.
Wait a second. I'm going to try something.
So that's like continuing the button joke. It's like, she sees it and was like, I'm going to try something. And it's like, well done. You made stairs appear. Yeah, so I could have done this during the battle. And even if you don't end up hitting anybody with it, it's still a nice, just kind of, you know, ambient chaos thing to have happen.
Hell away from here. Go on, it's okay. I'm right behind you.
There's someone down there.
So depending on where the camera is, when you're against the wall, he kind of like walks or like shuffles weirdly as you might. I don't know why, but it's kind of cool. Seems like a bad idea. So here's another one of these weird cutscenes where when you're with an NPC, the camera just like focuses on them as they walk to the next door or wherever you have to go.
And got progressive.
And it happens a few times through the game. Like it happened with the techie guy back at Rodrigo's base, headquarters, whatever. Passos did it back at the stadium, and now there as well. And I've never quite understood why. Like there must be a tech reason, like it has to load to the next section or something. You know, why the camera has to focus on the NPC just walking slowly across a room.
I can't look at these dead bodies anymore.
So yeah, so I have no idea why that happens, but it's something that the game does over and over, which leads me to believe it must be a technology restraint thing, reason for doing it.
Should we wait here for Bassos?
No, it's not safe enough. Come on. Damn it.
So there you can see kind of just what a mess he looks like. Just how dirty and grimy and injured and battered he is. You know, you can kind of just see all the different stages we've done so far just on his body.
No, you're the one breaking.
His haircut, his being pistol whipped, his gun wounds.
Come on. Get a leg up.
And, you know, Giovanna as well is like super grimy from sleeping in a ditch all night.
You got it? Open the door.
Shh. Listen.
Check it out. Stay here.
So she's pulling her own a bit. She figured out how to get in here. She figured out there's people upstairs. As opposed to Max just walking into the middle of it. And knocking fire hydrants over. Good job. This is an interestingly designed part. You come up the stairs with no cover. And you find cover here, except they're all around the corner over there. So you have to either wait ages for them to come out or leave cover and go and dive at them. And just time that dive and just... Don't go against that wall. I don't know if I've focused on that just for kind of inelegance of diving into a wall. It's really amusing. You're ready for your slow motion cinematic. Whoop, wrong play. You're ready for your slow motion cinematic part, then suddenly it just like goes back to normal speed as you just go crashing down. I find that really amusing. See, moments like here where we haven't had the slow motion final death thing yet, which makes us suspect that there might still be another enemy around.
Bassos could have arrived already. We've got to get out of this place.
Acabou os esconde, sua putinha de merda! Dá condolência pra sua família!
Here, I'm here. It's okay.
So now we have one of the game's few more absurd action kind of cinematic moments.
Driver shoot, sister. Right now, I reckon I'll be better at the shooting. Come on, you can do this.
But it works well enough. I kind of enjoy it.
Now listen to me.
It's kind of an on rails, shoot lots of dudes
You're
mode.
full on the gas. Drive us the hell out of here.
What?
Just drive the fucking thing straight and keep on going. Relax. You can do this. Ready?
That's the kind of thing you can only do with two people, obviously, so you do it on one of the levels where Max is a partner. And we're just gonna go drive past all these people. We have like a bus health bar rather than a personal health bar. You know, unlimited Uzi ammo, so we're just kind of just mowing them down now. It's not very failable, which is good. Like, these kind of scenes in games, I enjoy them, but like, they really shouldn't be challenging. Like, you really don't want to have to do it twice.
Just keep your foot on the gas!
They're the kind of scenes that you should just go through, and they happen, and you can't fail. Or it's very hard to fail, and then just they finish. Unfortunately, this does that.
Yeah, I see it.
camera angle is weird.
Just keep your foot on the gas.
And it's going to make sense in this level if like we're in a bus depot, we've been doing lots of stuff in buses, so of course we're going to end up driving one. Oh my god, actually hit them. So that's all that section is, like it's short, longer than a lot of the sections that are all cinematic, but short enough. It doesn't overstay its welcome.
Hold on.
Max in more pain, always Max in pain.
We're okay. We're okay. You good?
Yes.
This handy piece of driving. We gotta get out of here. Quick. Son of a bitch. Quick. Come on. Giovanna, go. I need you to get up to the roof of this building and get the Passos. Tell them to wait for me now. Go.
So Passos landed a helicopter on the roof. I think we saw that in that small cutscene before we crashed. And Max just has to hold the fort here at a kind of defense moment while Giovanna gets up there. This part I imagine must have annoyed a lot of people, since you can't really dive around at all. I think you're stuck in here. I think you're stuck in here. Yeah, I can't dive out. You got people throwing grenades at you. You have unlimited ammo, so you're just kind of stuck here with a machine gun. You can still use slow motion though, of course. You got plenty of cars to blow up. This is your last stand, so last stand against, no, that's incorrect. I was going to say this is the last time you fight this paramilitary, but I realized I forgot an entire level. Need that car to blow up. There we go. I love all the bullet holes there, but they actually bothered to make sure there were bullet holes.
I was just about to run to the roof when my savior and friend, the man whose unborn child I had just killed for, decided to leave without me.
So after all that, Passos fled without saving us, and Max feels pretty betrayed.
Boy, Max! Get in! Quick!
And then De Silva rocks up. So another like panning over the wreckage, which is kind of like what happens throughout the whole game. Like you shoot everyone, then you look at all the damage you've done.
Everything we've been through. I saved his girlfriend's life.
Who? Raul Passos?
Yeah, Raul Passos.
Yeah, I know. I thought you guys were very close.
We were.
Well, you know what? I did a background check.
Jesus.
I mean, I thought the two of you worked for Rodrigo Branco.
Yeah, so?
So? Did you get paid by Victor?
Victor, no.
Well, Raul Passos did. 6 times. Dating back to a few months before you turned up. He even paid for a ticket for him to go to New York.
Why?
I don't know, my guess is to meet you.
But why?
I don't know, maybe he liked you. Maybe he thought you needed a break.
That's funny.
I don't know, maybe he wanted some dumb gringo to come down here to shoot things up and maybe to take the watch for Rodrigo when he got shot.
I don't believe that.
Why? Because you're not a dumb gringo? Or because you are?
You know, I have no fucking clue anymore.
Okay. Let me ask you something.
What?
Well, what is it that you really thought that you were doing down there in Panama? Hmm? And don't tell me you're so naive as to think you were just down there guarding a woman.
I didn't know what to say. I had been so loaded in Panama, I could scarcely remember my own name. I know things had got real heavy.
So then we have another flashback and another really nice transition into Max standing in kind of the same way, but in a totally different context.
Panama.
A couple of months before the game started now. And I'll leave that there. We can watch that cutscene at the start of the next episode. But so what we learned in that cutscene is that Passos has been getting money from Victor Bronco. So there's something happening there, and there's clearly more than meets the eye, and maybe he can't be trusted. And he did just flee and leave Max there alone after killing everyone. And that it was Victor Bronco that sent Passos up to New York to potentially to find Max, particularly to bring down. So more questions being raised rather than being answered. But we are reaching the end of the game. I think there's maybe 4 chapters left, including the boat, in which things wrap up pretty neatly and pretty quickly. But we'll move on. Oh yeah, and the other thing I wanted to mention about final cutscene is this idea, which is kind of like in vogue, I guess, around the time this game came out. And, Spec Ops did it quite heavy-handedly as well, that, the playable character is the bad guy kind of thing, or being aware of the fact your playable character in a lot of these games is just some dude who shoots a lot of people. So this idea that maybe they just wanted somebody who causes a lot of mayhem that they could put all the blame on, and that they knew Max was the kind of person who causes a lot of mayhem because of, he's a playable character in a video game. So bring him down here, and simply by being a playable character in a video game, he's done exactly what they wanted him to do. So it does that thing, which was very in vogue a few years ago, back when this game came out. But it's not like some deep, meaningful exploration of what it means to be a character in a video game or anything like that. It's just kind of, that is what it is. But we'll continue with this final flashback in the game in the next episode. For now, we'll leave it there.